greens one and all. How's everyone doing? I hope very well. Tilt that up a little bit. There we go. You guys might remember the chainsaw I'm constantly using out here. So if you're new to the channel, I'll show you, give you a quick look. All right. So just a quick look. I've shown this in repeated videos. 4-inch blade, battery powered. All you gotta do is charge them up, and it just absolutely cuts through firewood quick, easy. You know, I'll throw a little clip in. I'll probably speed it up so you don't have to watch the whole thing. So I had some comments about, you know, well, it's only 4 inches. How much firewood you gonna be able to prepare? But I did another video after that showing that, yeah, you can cut bigger stuff if you just simply turn the wood and cut through it. Which leads me to the new one they sent me. I might have to zoom out so you can see the whole thing. I guess I am zoomed out all the way. This is a new blade with an 8-inch blade. Oh yeah. And if you're wondering, are the batteries compatible? Yes, they are. So if you've already got one, you can use the batteries from this to power this. And since there's 2 of us out here, because I'm out here camping with my bro, we could each be cutting up all kinds of firewood. So here's the saw. Almost can't get the whole thing in the camera. That's crazy. So here she is. 8-inch chainsaw. Oh. Has a safety. So you only have to pull the trigger. On the other one, there's a safety trigger. So I'll show you real fast. So this one has the there's a little button here along with the trigger, so you can't just pull the trigger. You gotta push this one at the same time. And this one doesn't have it. You just hit the trigger here, and there's like a safety, so you can set it down. If you're out working in the yard and you don't want the kids to get it, they can't press the button. So you just hit the button. Now this one, unlike the other one, this one doesn't have an automatic fluid. There's no way to put fluid in. I have to put it on there manually, which, to be honest, I've never done. I think I did it once. Let's go ahead and fill this guy up, because we gotta process a bunch of firewood today because we ran out last night. So I've actually got my chainsaw fluid. Oh, wow, Butterfinger. So I gotta make a quick note about safety, which I wasn't recording at the time, but I was literally taking the cap off, and I accidentally hit the trigger while I was you know, messing around with it. So make sure you pull the battery, unlike what I did. So don't do what I did. So we get the oil in here. I actually wish I had brought a funnel, but I'll just pour carefully, or try to. I like that there's an automatic oiler. Oop. I spilled some anyway, but it's alright. I have paper towels. So it also comes with a handle here, which screws into the side. Apparently it can add Everything is off camera today. So while you're working, you have a place to grasp it. I got oil everywhere. It's also nice that there's an adjustment for the blade right here, so you can tighten the blade up. So there's no battery, so I'm not worried about cutting my hand. So there you go. You got stability. All right, so better side, so you can get in there, help support the machine while you're cutting your firewood. So let's all right, so all I was gonna say is what I did is I opened the package at home and I went through all the contents that comes with the chainsaw, because I don't need to bring the charger out here or the gloves that don't fit anyway. And I did bring the little adjustment tool because it didn't take up a lot of space, but yeah, it comes with 2 batteries, and I'll show you the rest because I opened it at home. So we'll cut to that and then we'll come back and do some cutting. All right, let's run over everything in here. So you get a pair of gloves, which I'm not going to use because I have my own and I think they're too small. Let's see. Yeah, well, yeah, they're a little tight for the old hands. So, but that's all right. I got my Harbor Freight gloves I'll wear. Some bubble wrap for the battery, which I have on the charger right now. Manual, which I'll probably bring. The chainsaw. Again, look at that. Oh, I think there's actually a... Is there a way to oil this? Honestly, I haven't read the manual yet. There might be an oiler involved. I'll have to go get my oil as well. And put that in there. So, auto oiler. Dude. That's interesting. I know the size of that thing, too. The thing is, well, I can't get the whole thing in the camera. 8-inch blade. Much tighter than the other one. Still has the same guard. I think that's the adjuster for the chain. Okay, maybe I'll read the manual before I leave the house with it. It comes with a charging cable, which is actually, this one looks the same size as the other one, so rock on. Comes with a pair of safety glasses. I'm going to try to find my own. It comes with a tool to adjust for adjustments for these two. And this one actually comes with a handle. Hey, can I thread this thing on? So it comes with a handle. So while you're sawing, you can have a little bit more stability. I may have to back that up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more stability when you're sawing, which we'll try that out today too. I'm actually heading to the woods. Well, here in a matter of minutes. Then I got the battery I'm going to be using. That's fully charged. And I suspect it's going to be the same size as the other one. In fact, let's go get it. Okay, so what I've got is, I got my first aid kit handy. Hope I do not need it. But it would be foolish to not have it on hand. And I also went over to my camp where my hammock's hanging and grabbed it, so I'm not having to stop and go do what I need to do. Works. Of course, I've got my gloves on. And my safety glasses, because safety first. I can buy a new saw, but I can't go buy a new eye. Unless the eye was bionic, that would be awesome, but I don't think we're there yet. Oh, I hit the safety. Man, that works nice. Real nice. God damn. Oh, I think she got hot. So then we'll give it a break and come back to it. So I think the battery might have run out. That's why it stopped. Did I change batteries? Oh. Oh. And it's working again. Heck yeah. That's the size wood we're cutting down. I mean, I had big hands. That's a pretty good size. Go let the chainsaw cool down. Alright, well, so far I like it. I mean, we're cutting down some pretty sizable fuel, as I showed you. I mean, look at that. So I think that other battery is dead, but I will I'll pop it on the saw in a little bit. I'm gonna let this cool down, take a little break, and see if it's actually dead or just got hot. But then I was able to keep sawing with the other one, so maybe the battery died. Who knows? All right, so I was thinking while I was kind of walking around camp, and you know, I did bring my Riker folding saw, but fuel that size would be a pain in the ass to saw through. It really would. A lot of work. I mean, we'd be basically sitting here all day just sawing wood, and that little time, you know, we got a sizable pile. I mean, I'm going to cut a little bit more wood. I'm going to get some, you know, manageable little ones that I'm going to cut with the smaller saw, kind of tandem back and forth. But well, let's see if the other battery is working or not. By the way, this thing is $129.99, so it's you know, a little more money than the other one, but I think for what you get though. Oh, it's still working. So maybe it was hot. I like the little bubble. I don't know if you can see that, but it actually shows fluid, so you can always just turn it upside down and see that you've got fluid. So, pretty happy with it so far. It's going to produce a lot of firewood. And as I get older, I get lazier. So, I can come out here, drop some, you know, size wood I would cut with a saw, and just be through it in a breeze with this, and then continue on with other stuff, like videos. So, I might do a little bit more with it, throw in a few more clips, but for now we're just going to move on, do other videos and other stuff. And yeah, I'll probably bring it back. Yeah. Well, I think that'll, I think the saw worked pretty well. So I broke all that up by hand, and I also used the 4-inch for the little bit bigger stuff. Plus this pile here, and also just here and here. I think I'm going to try to reserve those for morning, so we don't have to cut firewood.